Africa, the cradle of civilization, a continent bursting with life, color, and unparalleled beauty. From the snow-capped peaks of Kilimanjaro to the sun-drenched savannas teeming with wildlife, Africa is a symphony for the senses, a tapestry woven with diverse cultures and breathtaking landscapes. But like any journey worth taking, exploring the African continent requires awareness. Just as we pack our bags with excitement, we must also pack our minds with knowledge, understanding that safety and awareness are essential companions on any adventure. This video is not meant to discourage exploration, but rather to empower it. By shining a light on some of the more challenging realities, we can encourage responsible and safe travel that celebrates the beauty of Africa while acknowledging the very real situations that exist. Somalia, a land that hugs the Horn of Africa, evokes images of ancient trade routes and a rich nomadic culture. But beneath this historical tapestry lies a nation grappling with deep-seated challenges. For decades, Somalia has been ravaged by conflict, its people caught in the crossfire of a power struggle that has crippled the nation. The absence of a strong central government has created a void, allowing piracy to flourish in its coastal waters and extremist groups to take root in its interior. Traveling to Somalia, particularly for tourists, is incredibly risky. The threat of kidnapping hangs heavy, and the potential for being caught in the crossfire of violence is a stark reality. It's a country where even the most seasoned travelers must exercise extreme caution. South Sudan, the world's youngest nation, emerged from the ashes of a long and brutal civil war, hopeful for a brighter future. But the road to peace has been fraught with new challenges, making it a destination where caution is paramount. Civil conflict continues to plague South Sudan, fueled by deep-seated ethnic tensions and a struggle for power and resources. This instability has bred a climate of violence and lawlessness, particularly outside the relative safety of the capital, Juba. Traveling to South Sudan requires careful consideration. The presence of armed groups operating with impunity, coupled with high rates of crime, makes it a destination where personal safety cannot be guaranteed. Libya, a nation on the shores of the Mediterranean, boasts ancient Roman ruins and vast stretches of the Sahara Desert. But beneath its beauty lies the legacy of a revolution that promised change but delivered chaos. Years of civil war have left Libya deeply divided, its people caught between rival factions vying for control. Militias hold sway in many areas, their presence a constant reminder of the fragility of peace. For travelers, Libya presents a complex and often dangerous landscape. The risk of getting caught in the crossfire of violence between rival groups is very real, and the threat of kidnapping and terrorist activities adds another layer of complexity. Chapter 4. Central African Republic, a diamond in the rough, marred by conflict. The Central African Republic, a name that conjures up images of dense rainforests and incredible biodiversity, is tragically one of Africa's most troubled nations. Despite its natural wealth, the Central African Republic has been trapped in a cycle of conflict and instability for years. Armed groups, often fueled by religious and ethnic tensions, control vast swaths of territory, leaving the government struggling to maintain control. The violence has created a humanitarian crisis, displacing countless people and leaving many living in fear. For travelers, venturing into the Central African Republic is fraught with danger, with a high risk of violence, kidnapping, and being caught in the crossfire of a conflict that shows no signs of abating. Chapter 5. Nigeria, a nation of contrasts. Nigeria, Africa's most populous nation, is a land of stark contrasts. It boasts bustling cities, a thriving arts and culture scene, and immense economic potential. Yet it's also a nation grappling with deep-seated challenges, particularly in its northern regions. Groups like Boko Haram, known for their extremist ideology and brutal tactics, have terrorized communities in northeastern Nigeria for years. Their reign of terror has left a trail of devastation and displacement, casting a shadow over the region. While many parts of Nigeria are safe, traveling to the northern regions, particularly Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa states, requires extreme caution. Chapter 6. Democratic Republic of the Congo, a land of untamed beauty and lingering conflict. The Democratic Republic of the Congo, a nation straddling the equator, is a land of extraordinary natural wealth. From the dense rainforests of the Congo Basin to the majestic Virunga Mountains, its beauty is undeniable. But beneath this beauty lies a history of conflict and instability that continues to plague the country. For decades, the eastern regions of the DRC have been ravaged by violence perpetrated by armed groups vying for control of the region's vast mineral resources. This conflict has resulted in widespread human rights abuses, displacement, and a humanitarian crisis of immense proportions. While the DRC holds immense potential for tourism, traveling to the eastern regions, particularly North Kivu, South Kivu, and Ituri provinces, is extremely dangerous. Chapter 7. Mali, a landlocked nation in West Africa, evokes images of ancient empires, bustling markets, and the legendary city of Timbuktu. But beneath its rich history lies a nation grappling with insecurity and the spread of extremism. For years, Mali has been battling insurgent and terrorist groups, particularly in its northern regions. These groups, with links to Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State, have destabilized the region, carrying out attacks imposing their strict interpretation of Islamic law and displacing communities. Traveling to northern Mali, particularly Timbuktu and its surrounding areas, is extremely dangerous. Chapter 8. Burundi, a small nation in East Africa, is known for its rolling hills, lush landscapes, and vibrant culture. However, in recent years, it has been marred by political unrest and economic instability, making it a destination where caution is advised. Protests and demonstrations, often met with a heavy-handed response from security forces, have become a regular occurrence, reflecting the underlying tensions and grievances within Burundi society. This instability has contributed to a climate of fear and uncertainty impacting daily life for many. While Burundi possesses natural beauty, traveling there requires careful consideration. Chapter 9. Niger, a vast landlocked nation in West Africa, is known for its sprawling Sahara Desert landscapes, ancient caravan routes, and nomadic traditions. However, it's also a country facing significant security challenges, particularly in its northern regions. Bordering Mali and Libya, northern Niger has become a transit route and hideout for armed groups, including those linked to Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State. These groups pose a significant threat, engaging in kidnappings, attacks, and trafficking, making the region extremely dangerous. Traveling to northern Niger, especially the Agadez region and areas near the borders with Mali and Libya, is strongly discouraged. Chapter 10. Egypt, a land of ancient wonders and timeless beauty, draws millions of visitors each year. From the iconic pyramids of Giza to the bustling souks of Cairo, it's a sensory feast for travelers. However, it's essential to remember that even in a country as popular as Egypt, there are areas where safety cannot be guaranteed. The Sinai Peninsula, a triangular peninsula in Egypt's east, has been plagued by insecurity for years. Insurgent groups, some with affiliations to the Islamic State, operate in the region, targeting security forces and civilians. While most of Egypt is safe for tourists, the northern Sinai Peninsula, particularly areas north of the coastal town of Sharm el-Sheikh, should be avoided. As we've journeyed through some of Africa's most challenging destinations, it's important to remember that this is just one facet of a vast and diverse continent. Africa's allure lies not only in its breathtaking landscapes and vibrant cultures, but also in the resilience of its people, who navigate these challenges daily. Before embarking on any journey, especially to regions with known safety concerns, thorough research and careful planning are paramount. Stay informed about the latest travel advisories, consult with local authorities, and be prepared to adjust your plans if necessary. Remember, your safety is your priority. By staying informed, exercising caution, and making responsible choices, you can experience the magic of Africa while mitigating risks. Let's explore this incredible continent with both open hearts and open eyes, appreciating its beauty while respecting its complexities.